it you heroes, saving the day, snatching my kids like it's all just a game. Call it protection, but it's pure abuse. Locking up families, what's your excuse? Trauma for breakfast, served with a smile. Judges making their pockets worth a while. Thanks for the scars, they'll last a lifetime. While you sip coffee, your life is a lie. You rip us apart, call it the law, inflicting that pain and slamming the door. Punished for fighting, say I'm the threat, but your system's rotten, but call it your best. Oh, what a joke, your welfare charade, leaving kids broken and parents betrayed. Round of applause for your disgusting show. Corrupt courts reign, but soon you'll sit below. Family courts a circus, buffoons in black robes, giving kids trauma, and you call yourselves pros. You give out gifts of costumes of a villain. I think I'll wear it, not. But she thinks a million. High five for your noble life. Punish the parent and watch the family die. What a masterpiece, your judicial art. Ripping hearts open, keeping parents and kids apart. You rip hearts open, keeping parents and kids apart. You rip us apart, call it the law, inflicting that pain, then slamming the door. Punish for fighting, say I'm the threat, but your system's rotten, but you call it your best. Oh, what a joke, your welfare charade, leaving kids broken and parents betrayed. Round of
There we are. You can hear me. I clicked the wrong one. Sorry, where's the chats? There we go. Now, sounds on. We're on. Could you hear the music at the beginning? Thank you. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Good. Can you hear me now? Got it? You guys got to listen to me just talking to myself. Isn't that fun? Okay, so today we are focusing, let's start this all over again. Thank you for staying around and telling me, guys. Again, please share this. We are on TikTok. We are on Instagram. We are on X. They're all live, and hopefully the sound is good. You can hear. Good. Am I loud enough or not? This is one way. This is the other way. But we have an exciting guest coming today. You know, we're kind of moving into candidacies. The people are starting to run for Senate. And I'm a big believer in normal, common people running for office in our states, because the more we have common people in and less people with the money that pay their way in, the better I think we can all start realizing that this will be coming. I have a close friend going to be running in Oklahoma. I would like to run for Senate one day, and eventually one day I'd love to be in Congress. And today we have J.R. Bowling, and he's going to come on and speak. And let me check my private messages, making sure I'm not doing good. Okay. Making sure y'all can hear me. So today we're really focusing and diving into this corruption just in one county. And you guys have to remember, this is just one county that we are focusing on. I know my county is, and thousands of counties are all corrupt. And these judges and these attorneys are corrupt, so corrupt that they are ruling the whole court system. If you accidentally upset, let's say, a big family with lots of money, you're screwed. And they target people. They target sweet people, nurses, teachers, good fathers, good mothers. Why, do you ask? They target them because that produces more money for them, because these good people are going to fight harder. So we need more people to come up, run for office, and get these bad actors out. So let me introduce you to our speaker today. Okay, let's do this again. Welcome to the Stand with Meg show. Our special guest is James J.R. Bowling, like a bowling ball, a lifelong resident of Cullman and a bold candidate for the Alabama State Senate District 4. JR isn't just running for office, he's running to restore integrity, defend your freedom, and give working families in Alabama a true voice. His candidacy, I can't say that word right, candidacy. His candidacy represents something we talk about often on the show, the fight for local leadership that puts God, family, and the Constitution first. In a time when parents are under attack and children are being caught in political crossfires, J.R. Bowling is stepping up with a message of accountability and moral clarity. We're honored to have him on today. So let me welcome. All right, we're going to add him in. Let me click it on over. Welcome, sir. How are you?
Doing good. How are you?
I just love your guys' accents. It's been really fun to talk to people from Alabama because your guys' accents are so cute.
I was told that on the airplane one time.
Huh?
I was on a flight to Germany one time, and one of the stewardess, they asked me to stand back there and talk to them the entire flight.
Did they? Because of your accent? I love that.
Because of my accent.
That's awesome. So how are you today, mister?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm well. Excited to have you on. So give me a little bit of why did you decide to do this and stand up and run? Because running's not fun.
It's not, because normally there's 100 people standing beside you saying, yeah, run, run, run. And then you start looking around and
they disappear.
You're the only one standing there, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're standing by yourself. So it does take a lot of courage for people to run. If there would have been somebody to run for this position that would fight the way I'll fight for people, I would probably just be supporting them. But I've got a family and a career, and but I want to see the people have a voice. Right now, we don't have one. Our state government is one of the most. I mean, our state constitution is the most corrupt state constitution in the world, not just in the U.S. Okay.
Why do you say that? Just in one quick thing.
That you can Google it.
Really?
It is the truth. We have the longest state constitution. We still have things in there from when Alabama was founded that is no longer relevant.
Wow.
It's just they're consistently adding things that aren't really. It's crazy. They added a state cookie last year. I've seen some, which I don't know. The pretense of that was some young kids come to Montgomery and wanted it done, and I get it, right? I get it. We need the children to be part of the process, but that's not a very effective use of taxpayers' money, right?
Right.
Regardless of how cute we think it is, it's not effective and efficient to do that. And that's Alabama in a nutshell. We're the laughing stock of the country. You've got people in Montgomery saying we're the most conservative. I don't think so. we're nowhere near the most conservative. We've got more rhinos in our government than we do conservatives in Montgomery. Or else legislation that we need to protect mothers and fathers, like Megan. And there's another father you look up on TikTok. His name's Brandon Wood. It's kind of went through the same thing. I've been watching some of his videos, but we've got mothers and fathers out there fighting for their children. They've been done very, very wrong. I don't see where a judge should be able to interpret their power and authority the way they do.
Right.
All proceedings should be public. They should be recorded. You shouldn't basically gag everything, because everything you do in the dark, that means that there can be favors toward one side or the other, right?
Yeah.
Where if it's all publicized or, available to the public, not necessarily publicizing, but if it's available for the public to see and the public to scrutinize and the public to audit, you'd have least likely have what's going on now. A judge telling you can't mention, somebody's name during a proceeding. You can't go out in public and talk about this, right? Well, then you let the other half of the equation hire a private investigator to come bait you into talking about them. I mean, and then they use it against you. Just things like that are very disturbing to me. It's not a
So
fair system.
when I was talking to you the other day after I found out about Megan and we talked on the phone, one of the things I told you, I said, these attorneys, her attorney and her ex's attorney, are meeting with the judge in the back, behind chambers for 45 minutes and talking. And you were just kind of like, what?
Yeah, without the plaintiff and the defendant present, what's happening? Are the lawyers making deals on how they want things to proceed without the input of either the plaintiff or the defendant? I mean, it's not, to me, it's not right on either side. I mean, because that's like, you're proven you're innocent to proven guilty, right?
Not in
So
family court. You're guilty until you get to actually get a chance to be.
Right, that's what I'm
innocent.
saying.
Right.
So you've got somebody behind closed doors making deals on your behalf without your consent, without your knowledge. That's not in your best interest. Because if it was in your best interest, you'd be present for those
Right.
conversations.
Where's the
Right.
transparency there?
There's no transparency, and this is just so wrong in many different ways, and it's something that we need to change. So the judicial side thinks that they can do what they want, right? The legislative side makes the laws that the judicial side has to follow. So I know how to break them. We can create a law that breaks this, and we can make sure that they're held accountable. And that's what we need to do. And this whole deal with Megan has really hit home with me. I remember as a child, my dad going through the same thing with my stepbrother or my half brother. We were talking about, good Lord, 40 years ago, right? But I thought things had changed. 40 years ago was a different time than we are today. Sounds like to me things have never changed. We've got the same system we had 40 years ago.
It is, and it's gotten way worse because there's been more money into it. Especially I was looking up some of the stats just in your guys' counties in the jail system. I mean, you go from in 2016 the jail system getting 40 they got $46,000 it cost to run this jail to now all of a sudden it's in 300,000, and that's ridiculous. And so not even just on the jail side, but when that there's another woman in the jail too, correct, that has the same thing happen to her, Tina.
I read your post, and that's very disturbing too.
Like I went to that courthouse and I talked to one girl, and then I got off and talked in the same, and then they were trying to figure out how to be able to talk to each other. I mean, it's just absurd. And Tina is in there for two and a half years, all for putting her judge's name on a Facebook. And I went down and made sure she didn't, threaten the judge. She didn't. She just spoke the facts that she had. And when I talked to her yesterday, she said, it's just facts I posted. And I have the proven evidence. But yeah, she's stuck in there for 2.5 years. And they keep denying her appeal.
Where's the justice in that? That is breaking her civil rights.
Over and over. And someone just commented, Jennifer Howell is horrible. And that's who her judge is Jennifer.
Well, it's because the judgeships in Morgan County are bought and paid for. They are, and I don't mean that. I'm not trying to point fingers at anybody, but if you go back and look at campaign finance reports,
Oh, I did yesterday.
look how much money they spend to become a judge in Morgan County.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
And how much
the
they make. When I looked that up, I was like, wow.
politics, and it's not just Morgan County, it's Cullman County, it's Blount County, it's Jefferson County, it's every county, all 67 counties in this state.
Yep.
And that's the way it is. And that's what we've got to change. I really wish people and pray that people would open their eyes, go and look and see how much money candidates are receiving. When you're receiving the kind of money that these candidates are that are winning these elections, they've made promises to people, promises that
Oh,
they have to keep. Okay.
yep.
You've got to get working class people in office. You've got to get people that's running to do the right thing, not people that's running for a career.
Well, and go ahead.
I
Sorry.
personally, I hate politics and I hate politicians. I know
Yeah.
that's funny come from somebody that's running for office, but I do because they're not helping us.
Mm-hmm.
They're not working for the people. I mean, if you look at like just in our state, Montgomery, our legislature has the opportunity to make a positive impact on the lives of the people of Alabama. They do.
Right.
But what do? They squander away that ability on selfish interest for big PACs, big lobbyists. They're not working for us. They're working for who's donating to their campaigns. We've got to change that. Whether it's me or whether it's somebody like me that's willing to fight, stand up, shut Montgomery down, stop all legislation from going through the Capitol. No, you're not going to pass that. That's wrong. That's against what we're here to do. No, I'm gonna stalemate you. We can stay up here 12 months. What
So
do you
what
want to do?
committees are you
So,
going to be a part of if you get elected in?
the who, probably the pro tem, whoever the new pro tem would be, would assign those committees. Because especially as a
So you don't get to
freshman,
pick and choose?
I think you can probably ask, for
Okay.
what committees you want. But the committee assignments, from my understanding, from when I ran 6 years ago for the House, they're given out. You can ask for the ones that you choose, but somebody is assigning those committees out to you. And as a freshman, it's hard to get into certain committees, right? So, I mean, I would love to be on the judicial side of things just so that I could help create laws to limit the authority and the power of the judges, right? Because this looks like it's for years this has been a rampant thing, not only for family court, but in other aspects too.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, there's other and people don't realize this. It's not just family court, criminal court. They don't even have a lot of times now don't even have due process or rights. Yeah, and I really do pray that the committee start whoever assigns committee starts realizing that they don't just need lawyers on the committees. If you look at the judicial committees, a lot of lawyers are on there that are a part of the Senate or the House, and they need common people that aren't and didn't have that law degree, because a lot of times those people that have law degrees, depending on your state, but they are the one they came from money because they went to college and they went to law school, right? And
right.
that is what we want, someone that's normal person that is a blue collar, and every committee, honestly. And so you ran for House representative years ago, you said?
I did.
And did you make it or not make it?
No, I didn't make it. They fabricated some stories to tank my campaign in the last final stretch. But in 2018, all the candidates was bought and paid for by BCA and Alpha because they was pushing the gas tax down the throats of the people of the state. And I told everybody that, and I campaigned on the fact that they was fixing to do it. They all called me a liar. They tried to hide it. And the very first thing they done when they went into session is they passed the gas tax. That was the very first piece of legislation that went through, and the counties have not benefited from it. That was it was something that one of our U.S. senators, who is now retired, wanted. He wanted to do some improvements down at Mobile Bay, and that gas tax was to fund the state's portion of the grants that he was going to give for that. So we got stuck with a gas tax that goes up every so many years. It automatically increases. It does not have any kind of sunset date on it. And our roads are still in the same shape they were in. They're still falling apart. So 10 cents may not have seemed like a lot to a lot of people. And what I told them in 2018 I've got a good job. 10 cents a gallon doesn't bother me. But that soccer mom out there that's a stay-at-home mom whose husband's working full time and they've got 3 or 4 kids that are going to ball practice every day and going back and forth to ball fields, that 10 cents a gallon hurts. So
Absolutely, it does.
where it doesn't impact us as much, it does them. And that's what I tried to tell people. And people looked at me kind of crazy, but I'm from I grew up poor. I grew up from a family that didn't have much. I've every step of my career was a fight and a struggle to get to where I'm at today.
Yeah.
So I understand that. I've lived it and I live it to this day. Right. So I take into consideration those are less fortunate when we're looking at passing legislation. And that's something these people don't do. It doesn't really, it doesn't cross their mind. They're doing what they're told.
Well, and I challenge people to, because when I went down and saw Charles Elliott, the judge that threw Megan in jail, he donated $100,000 to his campaign. And then he's had his wife also donated. And then, of course, he had other donations from the Republican Party and so on. But then you go look at what they're spending it on, and it was so much advertising. And the people like you that don't have all this money, you don't get to advertise as much. And people need to really look at the ballot and research the people that they're voting for. Don't care about how many signs they have up, because if we stop caring about how many times we see their name everywhere and really go look at their values and who they are, vote for the underdog, vote for someone that's not rich, or wealthy. Because that is where I was just kind of like, wow, no wonder he got in. Look at all these advertisings. He did everything he could. And I'm not, and again, it's not even Republican and Democrat right now. It's there are bad Republicans, there's bad Democrats, and vice versa. It's the person,
It's the person. That's exactly right. Stop looking at what the advertisements are telling you. You can spend 5 minutes listening to somebody and you can tell whether that advertisement was garbage or not, right?
Well, and absolutely. And today, nowadays, there's the internet. Go look it up. My dad ran for House Representative when I was a little girl, so I grew up going and being in parades and going door to door. And that was back in the day where you could have your kid come with you when you're young. But they made up lies about my own father, and it's like, and that we didn't have internet to validate it all and check it into. But now you guys can. If you do want to listen to something negative, go research it yourself. Don't just listen to their ads.
Yep. I always said, if you'll sit down and have lunch with me, I'll have your vote before lunch is done.
Yeah.
All you have to do is talk to me. And maybe it's just wishful thinking, but I believe May 19th of 2026, Alabama's fixing to go through a transformation. I believe people will stand up and they'll vote against incumbents and they'll start voting for people that are people, not politicians. You want somebody that relates to you, that can talk to you, that understands what you're going through. Amen. That's what we need in office. We don't need these rich, been fed with a silver spoon in their mouth their entire lives. You wonder why we're in such bad shape, why like Alabama's at the bottom of the barrel on education, but yet we have one of the highest paid state school superintendents in the nation. But we're at the bottom of the barrel on education. We had over a $9 billion budget in education last year. I mean, look at the money that's being wasted. It's because you don't have blue collar people in there making decisions and saying, well, no, we don't have to spend that. That's ridiculous. The money needs to go here. You got to have working class people that understands the value of a dollar.
Well, and I know it's changed. Like Danielle, thank you. That was funny. She said, Google until your eyes burn. That's good. I love that.
I do too.
One thing that I've tried to get the word out there, and everyone's listening, listen to this. The Washington State, I read this whole big published article about how Washington State just passed, the Supreme Court passed that of July of next year, 2026, they are launching first time that where people can get their license, their lawyer license, through this program. And what was really cool to read this article was that they talked about how back in the day that lawyers did not have to go to law school or even college. What they did was they went and worked with the clerk and learned the court system. And we got to the point where these states started mandating these people to go to law school before they even get their license to take their bar. And there's a whole controversy on the bar. But if you just focus on that, and they said in this article, the Supreme Court all talked about says, we are limiting our people from being attorneys and doing law because they don't have enough money to go to all this schooling, right? And so it was so cool. And so I went and took a test run on it, and you can sign up, and within 6 months you can have your license. Now, I'll have the license in Washington State, but I'm not doing it to practice law. I just want it as a credential to learn more, and I think that is where, like you said, more common people need to come in, just like as a candidate.
Yeah, we need more working people in office, and working people is a broad definition. I'm a plant manager, but I work 70 hours a week, and I'm on the floor with my guys right beside them. There's nothing that I ask them to do that I won't do myself, right?
Right.
I'm a blue collar worker. There's plenty of us out there that are willing to step up if we think we have a shot. We've got a lot of good people that won't run for office today because they're going, well, I don't have a $500,000 to run against this guy.
Right. Right.
And so they don't even try. So the people are the ones that lose out because they're not given the choice
Right.
on who to choose. We're not choosing our representation. The big money is choosing our representation.
Absolutely. So how hard is it to run? What is your guys' stat, like what do you have to do, your credentials to be able to run?
Just be a voting age for this. Be 18 years of age and live in the district for so long before the primary. Each office has different credentials, right? Like county commissioner years ago was 18, and you had to live in the district. I believe it was 6 months or 12 months before the primary. So there's different rules to different offices. There's no one fits all. You have to look into it. It's just like a U.S. Senator in Alabama. I remember right, you only have to be a resident in Alabama for a day or something like that before you can run. It's very, very didn't make any sense to me, but there should be more standardization on how we conduct our elections.
Yes.
Just like I was talking to somebody earlier, which I've been saying this for a long time, campaign finance is where we need the reform, right? Me as a candidate, I could not raise money until 12 months before the primary. But a person sitting in office can continually raise money throughout the 4 years. There's just a blackout period while they're in session, that they can't raise money, or at least it used to be. I haven't looked it up, but I'm pretty sure that blackout is still there. There's just a certain time where they can't raise money. Other than that, they can raise funds the entire time. So and they use those funds. If you go back and look, you can look into the people running for my district. They'll spend $5,000 taking their buddies out to eat at the local steakhouse. Well, that's coming out of their campaign account.
Right.
They'll go donate $25,000 to the church. That's coming out of their campaign account. It's not coming out of tax funds. It's coming out of their campaign account, and they can.
Right. And I will tell you, through all the research I've been doing on all different states and counties, one of the biggest contributors are law firms. So if a law firm is supporting a campaign for a judge, how is that fair? Why is that allowed? Because then all of a sudden they're buddy.
Right. And here, once you become a judge, you're there. Like an open seat, you'll have people running for it. But unless it's an open seat.
Oh, he cut out. That was my next question, actually, about that. Let's see.
Okay. Sorry. Somebody tried to
call you. I hate when that happens. Go ahead. That was my next question, was once you're in your state, in the seat, you're there until there's an open seat?
There. Because there's generally nobody that will challenge a sitting judge, especially in Morgan County, because they have to go before them in cases.
That's what I was wondering, because when I was looking up Jennifer, I was like, man, last time she ran for office was 2018. I was shocked, and I was like, how is she still in? And I was like Googling, how long are their terms? That needs to be changed ASAP.
Yeah, it does. But that's how it goes. There was one lawyer in Cullman County that kept running for office, and they finally pretty much blackballed him. He can't get any clients, so he had to open up a different business because they didn't like him running against them. So that's why once you're in, you're in. Very seldomly do they have opposition, and if they do, it's for looks. It isn't somebody trying to actually beat them. because it's the good old boy system.
It is. And, and that's where I was really realizing, Megan's family is scared to
They
death
are.
about this public stuff now. And they weren't ready. They didn't realize it would blow up. Well, I'm sorry. Anytime a sweet mother that's done nothing wrong literally took her daughter, literally went to go get breakfast, and her husband stayed home with their 4 daughters, came home and they were gone. And then it was supervised visits instantly. And to be thrown in jail, and her family I know they're scared of the Bramletts, and they run the town.
They are. And so once they arrested Megan and it went public, they had to, all arrest in the county, any of the counties is public information, right? Once they made the decision to arrest her, this is nothing she did. This is public information. This is us fighting for her now. This is not something that Megan put out. She's not, she's not going against the judge's orders.
Right.
This has nothing to do with her. Once they made the conscious decision to arrest her, it become a public realm. It went into the public eye, it become in the public realm. So
Right.
now they have to face the consequences for the decisions that they made.
Right.
It has nothing to do with her. So if they retaliate against her for any reason, this has nothing to do with her. They brought this on themselves, not only from their actions they did in the dark, but they also from the actions they did in the light, which is when they arrested her.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something that I had to make sure that I've communicated clearly, because I know that the family's worried. They're worried about Megan. They're worried about her safety. They're worried about retaliation against her. So, hey, they did this themselves when they made the decision to arrest her. If they wanted to keep it quiet,
I think that's a great thing for you to say, because, I was on the phone with her mother for an hour last night, and they're all scared, and they're a sweet family. These type of people that they target nice people that will be hush hush, but they won't stop unless you expose them.
One of the things I hate most in life, out of anything, the one thing that'll get me fired up and fighting more than anything in the world is a bully.
Yeah, me too. Amen to that.
I can't stand a bully. I fought them all my life, and I'll fight for the rest of my life against anybody that bullies and intimidates those around them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all this is. If a family gets to the point where they think they have enough money to bully and intimidate those around them, that's only because the people around them lets them do it.
Right. Exactly. And I think that's where Megan was stepping out of her family's comfort zone, because she was like, look, you took my kids. I can't see my kids. I'm going to start speaking out. And she just was crying online. And the fact that her ex got a private investigator to go to her as a stranger and ask her questions, and the judge threw her in jail for what she said to a stranger on the street.
I know that is ridiculous. For one, I understand the laws. If I remember correctly, state of Alabama, only one person has to know that the recording was being made for it to be legal. I get that. Except for, there should be an exception there. If I'm paying you to go talk to somebody and record that conversation, it should not be legal. Because then it's not a conversation between you and me that I'm recording.
Well, the problem is, though, who cares if she's talking to a stranger? She could tell, that to me, it's like, because Alabama is you only have to have one person consent to the recording. It's not a 2-party state, but because I made sure I looked that up. But who cares if she did? I don't understand how a judge is upset.
I agree with you. I'm just saying, legally though, the judge shouldn't even be able to look at that. That should be. That was
okay. So you're saying that if a judge is going to put anything in as evidence, the person should know it was recorded.
Yes.
Okay. That's a good
it's
point.
not like it's like me and you was having a conversation and I'm recording it. I want to present it to the judge. It's one thing, but if I pay you to go talk to somebody for me and you record it, then I shouldn't be able to admit that as evidence to a judge because I paid them. At that point, they're my paid employee.
Right.
It wasn't. I don't think they should be able to do it to begin with. I think that's ludicrous that
it goes back to freedom of speech. I mean,
exactly.
And
exactly.
It's different if she was maybe threatening or
right.
But she was just telling her story, and she was trying to sell bracelets to get money for her attorney, and it just blows my mind. And so
you tell me any mother or father that's worth his salt wouldn't do the same thing she did.
Exactly. Absolutely.
If you took my kids from me, I would go crazy. I wouldn't be able to stand it. I'd be, I couldn't. I love my kids more than my own life, more than breathing. You
I
take
know,
my kids away from me,
right?
and so you can't expect anything different from her or anybody else. It's just crazy.
Well,
You have not one human bone in your body to hold
right.
something against a parent
Well,
for
and
that.
my opinion is if somebody's going to make someone shut their mouth, they're doing something wrong.
Exactly.
And, in my situation, once my children were taken, they said, shut your mouth, don't say anything. And so I was privately messaging my friends on Facebook asking for help because I had to move all my stuff out of the house and sell everything. And and my ex logged into my Facebook and saw that I had been asking for help and telling kind of what's going on privately. Bam, I had to go to court, and they just was so upset that I did that. And I'm like, it's private. And it was like a text message, right? Or it's like an email. And then they try to get me in trouble because when my children's stepmother came and got all their belongings that I had to put on the front porch, was like my children were dead because I never got to say goodbye. They got mad because they found love letters from me and my kids in there. Why? Because I've written my kids love letters and notes my whole life. So if it's in their stuff, it's in their stuff, I'm like, really? So it's getting sicker and sicker.
It's the government attacking the family unit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
It is.
Best way to suppress the nation and its people is destroy the family unit.
Mm-hmm. And they scare you so much. And just like you said, you are going to get, lies are going to be talked about you. They're going to scare you to pull down. And I'm really, really proud of you for standing up and running. And I really pray that your town and your county get behind you and you get help and people start focusing on real hardworking citizens.
Yes. It's like what happened with Megan. She's a Cullman County resident. Had I been in office and didn't even know anything about it, if somebody was to call and say, hey, did you know a mother just got jailed for this, and kind of gave me a little bit of the rundown, all it would have took was one phone call to Morgan County or just showing up and saying, wait a second now, what's going on here? You just jailed a resident in my district. You're going to answer me. You're going to answer my questions. And if I find them to be something not quite fit here, then we're going to have a deeper conversation. That's how influence should work, and that's how some of our elected representatives should work. They work for the people they represent, and if they see something that's not right or they feel is wrong, they should be obligated to check into it and say, wait a second now, I've got to have more information here. Are you inside the boundaries of the law, or are you taking matters in your own hand? Because without that, the little people do not have a voice.
No. And all she did was marry a guy with a big name in the county, right, and have 4 children and stay at home mom. And that's what I'm trying to let everybody understand. This can happen to anybody. Yes. I don't care how good of a parent you are. If you have somebody not liking you and you have a partner that wants to completely destroy your life, it's easy.
Yeah, she gave up her career, stayed at home, had babies. I mean, it's all she knew.
And Tina, I don't know if you know Tina, her ex-husband was the DA on the county over.
I was trying to figure out when I read that who exactly that would have been, but
and he's the one. And then when she went into jail for 2.5 years, his name is James Ayers. James Ayers. But he's now in Birmingham now. But once she went to jail, the father of her child took all her parental rights away. So now her 15-year-old daughter can't even see her or talk to her own mother.
So how exactly does that happen? How do you take somebody's parental rights away from them? I mean, they're not criminals. They haven't committed any criminal act.
Exactly.
I mean, it's not like they committed a felony. How can you
even people that are rights like that still have rights to their children? And that's
they do, but
yes,
but you're taking somebody that has no record, no nothing,
no record, nothing.
And how can you even remotely justify that. I don't understand it.
I know, and that that judge did the same thing. And if I remember Tina correctly saying, it wasn't even in her jurisdiction. So because the custody was in a different county, but then Jennifer pulled it into hers and said, and I'm sorry, I'm not calling her honorable judge or Judge Jennifer or Judge Howe. I'm not, because I'm struggling with it. Because she shouldn't be a judge by doing this. So yeah, I mean, now her daughter is not even allowed to talk to her mom.
I couldn't even imagine having to go through that.
Yeah, and I think that's why they locked her up and try to keep her quiet, because there's proof. She's got proof and evidence that that there's a lot of stuff going on with her, that judge. So she wants her shut up. And they even threatened her that if she gets out again, that if she doesn't take all her social media down, then she'll be in there forever. So it's pretty sick. There's more stories I can tell you that I've been listening to and learning about, but Howell, it's Howell. I keep saying Howell with an L. But yeah, so, well, thank you so much for coming on. What is one thing that you really want to see changed if you get elected?
There's too many to pick just one, but
Right?
I want to see the legislature change as a whole. I honestly, I could be just one of those dreamers, but I believe if we get one true voice in government and it's loud enough, that people will wake up and realize that the government's there to serve them, not the other way around.
Amen.
And we can actually see government working for its people the way it was intended. It breaks my heart to see us struggle the way we do for a government that just wastes every dime they get. They're greedy. They want to pull every dime they can into the government, and then they just they're like a seagull. They fly over the top of us, crap on us, and fly away.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. Yeah. And that's how most Americans as a whole feel. We're tired of being done that way. We're tired of the elitists getting their ways and us suffering and struggling. So I wrote I gave some excerpts to AI. It's wonderful what AI can do for you, and probably bad what it can do to you. But actually, I started giving it directives yesterday, and actually created a bill that could be introduced in Alabama, a Families Protection Act, that would be named Megan's Law. There's got to be something. I want people to have a voice. I want clear transparency to be brought back and accountability. I'm tired of senators and judges and whoever getting DUIs and it being hid from the public and it gets swept under the rug. I'm tired of the corruption.
My federal judge, I have 2 lawsuits in with her. She has a DUI that she just got 5 years ago. I'm like, what?
And a lot of it you never hear about, because
right,
it's the good old boy, you pat my back, I pat yours, everything gets swept under the rug, right?
Well, I love the laws that apply to
us. The laws that apply to us apply to them.
Amen. And that's where I think immunity needs to be taken away from these judges and attorneys to therapists. I mean, they should not be able to just take over our lives over freedom of speech over by saying one little thing. So Megan's Law. So what is one thing you would think that you were working on this bill would have protected Megan?
It would have been transparency, because it's in there. What was written was all family court proceedings are public. They're recorded, and they have to be made
behind the scenes.
And they have to be made available to the public within 24 hours.
Amen. And not cost. So, I've seen a lot of counties do this. Did you know that when they do transcripts and people try to get their transcripts, a lot of times the people that provide the transcripts for them will tell people they have to pay $1,000 for transcript, and they give them a Cash App to pay. Meaning that's not a part of the system. These people that are in the court systems making bank off of these people begging for the transcripts. And it should be free, especially with AI and all the technology we have anymore. Why isn't it available the next day?
It should be. And if you brought clear transparency back, you would see a lot of these cases go a lot different route than what they are.
Mm-hmm.
They'd be a lot there'd be more fairness involved because, the judge gonna make a decision to favor somebody that their brother went to college with and get caught doing it. You know, there'd be more accountability. If it was more transparent, there'd be more accountability because they would be scared to do some of the things that they're doing.
Have
They
you
would.
ever looked into the CPS issue in your county or state?
No, I've only had. There is actually a lady running for Congress that's dealt with some of that, so been kind of following her.
What's her
But
name?
I didn't.
Do you know?
Terry LaPont.
Is that
LaPont
who?
is that?
That's who I think we were talking to yesterday, Cheryl. Wasn't that with Mandy? Let me see. I think we're in a text thread together. That's hilarious. Yeah, she would just went to DC with my friend Mandy that's running for House in Oklahoma. They went to DC this year talking about it, and yeah, that's the one that's running for Congress. So you guys need to join up.
And that's how we make things happen. We have people working on the federal level. You have us working on the state level.
Amen.
We need to work together. It's like every bill that we pass, just like anything with family courts, right? I should come up with the things that I think need to be in there. Then we need to sit down with the other, parents, and we need to sit down with people that are in the middle of it and collaborate and figure out what works. It shouldn't be so one-sided. I don't understand why we write legislation that affects people, but we don't sit down at the table and get everybody's input and make sure that we get it right the first time.
Right.
Why do we have to make 25 amendments to a bill when you can get it right the first time if you sit down and listen and take input from people and you put it all together? It's very easy, right? But that's not how government works, and that's why it's so inefficient.
Well, I would love for you to look into the Family Accountability Act, the Family Justice Accountability Act that's going tomorrow in front of Congress. Did you hear that all these all the child welfare people are heading to DC to go there, which is a huge news?
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I got a call the other day that even my state, one of the committee members was told every state had to take at least a committee member out there to look at this. So that was pretty promising because if this gets passed, I mean, this will protect all of us. And hopefully then you can focus on other things besides just family court and, other topics that you have to focus on, like the roads and taxes and gas and, because we're all dying even financially, as you know.
Well, I didn't say this in the beginning, but I've been a volunteer fireman my entire life, right? I grew up in it. My grandpa was a volunteer fire chief. He was one of the founding members of the volunteer service in Morgan County. I've been involved in volunteer firefighters since a kid, right? I've always been part of it. So I've got a heart of service. People really need to watch. You've got to have a passion to help people and a passion to serve others.
And listen,
that's how you make a difference, right?
Yep.
You have to have passion. If you come to me asking me for my vote and you're not passionate about what you're talking about, more than likely I'm not going to vote for you.
Right.
Because I need that passion. If you're not passionate about what you're doing, you're never going to make a positive impact. You have to have that passion about you, that fight in you trying to make a difference.
Amen.
And that's why y'all have got me, and that's why when Megan's stuff started coming through a couple of weeks ago, when I started watching and listening and posting, and you got to be passionate about protecting those around you and helping others. And this whole corrupt system's got to come down. We got to bring it down.
Amen. You got to stand. It's finally time to stand up for children, not the pocketbook.
That's right. I mean, I said I love my kids and I love your kids and everybody's kids. If you're not here to protect all children, regardless, I don't see how you can do it.
Right. I don't either.
We have to.
Well,
they're our future.
I know they are, and it's our grandchildren, and Francesca that wrote the bill, her son's 17. She didn't have to do this, but she has it in her fire to do it. But she's also protecting her grandkids and our next. I mean, people right now don't even want to get married because of how bad family court is.
Yep.
And that is going to deteriorate our country.
It will. Society's deteriorating.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you so much, JR, for coming on. I wish you the best. If there's anything I can do to help you, I would love to. Go to the daily, the column daily, and see how many comments were about Megan. I don't know if you went and looked at that at all, but
I
there's a
haven't looked
ton.
today. There's
I
like
know. I
700.
hadn't looked today either. It was up to like 888 last
Yep.
I saw. But go to those people, because there were a lot of people standing up for her, and it was really nice to see that.
Yes, it's that sparked a lot of interest from the local folks. The Cullman Daily is kind of they make a joke out of everything when they
Mhm.
post, but there's some things that you don't joke about.
No.
And when you try to joke about, something like Megan's situation, you'll find yourself on the wrong side of that.
Right. Well, it's
And
funny because when I was on live the other day when I was talking about it, I said it's really interesting. They only posted her mugshot, and there was like so many other people that got arrested in the county. And then right away, I went to go look at it while I was live, and they posted another mugshot. And I'm like, okay, good. I'm glad you're listening.
yeah, they're just trying to keep from getting in trouble.
I know. So, all right. Well, you have a wonderful afternoon, and thank you
You
again for
too.
coming on. And I wish you the best. I'll be praying for your campaign.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So there you go. And I really enjoyed talking with him. I want to do a little bit of a hook, and I forgot to do this because I got completely into the conversation with him. But we had a wonderful sponsor yesterday, and it was amazing what she did for us. This is how you continue this fight. We need help to continue to grow and to continue to fight this for every parent and for everyone. And so I want to put a little shout out to Gutter Girl. She's a locally owned gutter company that's not only committed to high quality seamless gutters, installations, and service like leaf guard, gutter cleaning, rain change, and barrels, but also boldly stands against domestic violence. I was so excited to see her stuff. Her truck's amazing. I'm about to post another video about her stuff, and she is a gutter girl. And your support was a powerful message for us, and thank you so much for giving back and raising and giving us some income so that we can keep doing this. Because it costs money to talk to these people in jail, and I've had to pay. I talked to them multiple times yesterday, and I'm going to give them a call today because no one's really calling them, and so I really want them to give them some support. If you feel like this has moved you at all, I pray that you pick one of these ways to donate to our cause so that we can keep going. That's the only way we can change this, is if we continue to grow, continue to hold these judges accountable, and spread awareness and let everyone know this is it's a silent epidemic, but it's getting louder. And I'm really blessed with all of you guys that came on today. If you have any senator or any congressman running, I would love to talk to them. This platform is growing. People are seeing it more and more. And I'm very much thankful that the truth is coming out. Stay update with this next few days while everyone is in Congress, is in the state capitol in Washington, D.C., trying to show this bill. I'll be updating you guys. I'll be live there a lot so you can kind of see what it's like, what's going on, and how this is all going to play out. So make sure you stay tuned in. If you see my live, please share. Again, we're trying to protect all of our children and parents. Any good parent right now is at risk for losing the children. And even married couples are as well. And that's a whole other topic, but married couples can't even take their kids to the hospital now without their kids being ripped from them. So thank you so much for being on my show. And I hope you have a wonderful Sunday. And thank you for being around. I'm going to play my song that I like. You guys should check this out. This woman's amazing. She lost her son. She's trying to get her son back. But she's a wonderful thing. Bye.
Please enlighten me, oh wise overlords, how destroying lives make you feel adored. We fight for our own, you call it a crime, but your corruption's the real grime. Toast and cheers for your empty throne. While we pick up pieces all on our own, you rip apart, call it the law, inflicting that pain, then slamming the door. Punish for fight and say I'm the threat, but your system's rotten, but you call it your best. Oh, what a joke, your welfare charade, leaving kids broken and parents betrayed. Round of applause for your disgust and show. Corrupt courts reign, but soon you'll below.
Okay, I'm gonna get back on real quick because everyone's asking about this song. So this song, isn't it amazing? Hold on. Isn't it amazing, this song? Okay, so she is actually on the chat. I talked to her last night on the phone. She is beautiful, mama. She's got a little boy. She's young, but she is so talented. Felicia, I need you to start telling people where you can get this music because everyone's asking me. We have that song she's made. You should hear the next one that I'm about to drop. Her music. Let's help support this mom. Still Here is a very sad song that I love. She's got some sad songs that you can listen to that really help you deal with the emotions. But then she also has, now she's doing some upbeat stuff. Do you guys want to hear her new one that I haven't launched yet? Let me know. Let me know because I can pop it in. Her new song is amazing. Amazing. Hold on. My cat is craziness, dude. Okay. So let me pull that in. There she is. Well, this is her. Say hello. Can you put in the... Not that. That's not this one. Can you put in where they can get it? This is the singer, guys. She's amazing. I guess I'm becoming a DJ right now. So listen to this one song.
I'm still fighting every day through the storms and the endless gray.
Okay, so this was this one. And then here's her new one that I'm going to drop today. I'm going to drop it. It's amazing.
We're just trying to hold it together, you know. Bills piling up, but the love's really not home. Then they knock on the door, all suits and
ready, gotta listen
lies,
to this.
saying
So
we're
good.
unfit,
So good.
like with some kind of
Here's my cat.
crime. It's
Or
all
listen to
for the
music.
kids, but we see through the game. They snatch them away and shove you the blame. My baby's crying, reaching for my hand, but the system's got them. It's time we take a stand. For protecting, yeah, that's how it goes. Fight for your own and they strip you bare. Terminate rights like it's nothing at all. It's a messed up world, watching families to crawl. They call it welfare, but it's just control. Pointing the finger when they're the mole. They know what they're doing. Yeah, kid after kid.
Please share this if you want anyone to hear this song for the first time. This is the first drop, people. I was not planning
Stood
this.
up and fought, hired a lawyer, spent it all. Told them the truth, but they still let us fall. Said I was aggressive, like defending my kids a sin. Now I'm in court, losing everything I've been. They say it's for safety, but it's all about power. Breaking families down, feeling so big when we cower. My partner's broken, staring at empty rooms while these bureaucrats play God in the suits. What if it was your kid, huh? Would you just roll over? Watch them get lost in the foster care mess where abuse hides behind best interest.
Hard on me too, Taylor.
Even if it breaks me, this ain't justice, it's a straight up tragedy. We gotta wake up.
I haven't dropped it yet, Buggle. I haven't dropped it. This is the first sneak peek.
Protecting, yeah, that's how it goes. Fight for your
I don't know all the words
own
yet.
and they strip you bare. Terminate rights like it's nothing at all. It's a messed up world, watching families crawl.
know.
They call it welfare, but it's just control. Pointing the finger when they're the mole. They know what they're doing. Yeah, kid after kid, they keep on moving.
It's so very nice. I know, Rachel. All her music makes me cry. I miss my girl. Oh, Harley, thank you. That means a lot to
Here's
me.
to the parents still standing tall. In this corruption, we're taking the fall. But
Listen.
one day we'll flip it, make them face their own fire. No more punishing love, no more walking the wire. Punished for protecting, but we're not done yet.
Rachel, it's right here. She sings this amazing girl I found. And she's just been blowing this music. You know, she misses her son right now. And Lisha, don't have people pay a little bit of money for your song, because you need the money to get your son back. You guys want to hear another one? She's gonna hate this. You want to hear a sad one? Oh, her voice is amazing. You guys see what she sent me today, and I'm like, girl, you need to be on social media more. I saved it. Look at this. It's so pretty. Look how cute she is. Okay, you want to hear a sad one? All right, let's hear. Oh, you want to the one she wrote for me? No, not that one. This is the one. Sorry.
She lost a fight to a system's lie.
This is a sad one.
Justice spoke, just a paper sign. Mother cries where the truth won't go. A fight began within
no, you can't, Heather.
System's ego.
Listen to this. Okay. Well, we don't want to hear about me, but she did really good. We're doing this whole DJ with your music, okay? You keep sending me. Oh, she had another good one that she sent me. See if it's in here. Okay, this one will make you cry. But let me put in another one she wrote while this is starting to play. This will make you cry. Listen to this one night when you're really missing your kids, because you need to cry. You need to cry it out. Crying it out heals you.
Holding you close in the glow of soft light. But the walls of this world built a prison so high. I never walked away. I never said goodbye. 12 long years, my heart's been on trial, but I've carried your love every mile. I'm still fighting every day through the storms and the endless gray. I never gave up, I never gave in. My love for you burns deep within. I'm still here, I'm still near, even if I'm not there, my dear.
I'll go to the best part of it. Oh, I think I passed it.
I'm still fighting every day through the storms and the endless gray. I never gave up, I never gave in. My love for you burns deep within.
It's Felicia. I'm saying that right, girlfriend. She's singing it. She's been sending me all this music. Like anytime she's like, here's another one, and I'm just like, ah! Like I could listen to her stuff all day. Do not give up, okay? Do not give up. Let me show you this other one she did. It's called Dirty Hand Sovereign. I think I posted this on one of my videos the other day.
Kill that fan. Take 2, 1.
Prejudiced minds can never hide.
I can't hear it very well, can you?
My love for my son is strong and true.
Oh, this is one for her boy. So this is if you have a son, this would be a good one for you to listen to.
They call it welfare, but it's a lie. All they do is make my spirit.
Let's see the other one. I like.
Hate in the homeland, ain't no surprise. They look through me with their cold blind eyes. Mother's love they'll never understand.
Okay, that was a good one. I love this one too. So this is called Liars in Suits. Never Alone by Barlow. I love Never Alone by Barlow. Love that. These songs, Lisa, are handmade and written and sang by Felicia, just about family court. She's amazing and gorgeous. Look at her. Tell her to start posting. She's beautiful. She hides behind.
Where's the evidence? Where's the crime? Just a concern call, they erased your life. Best interest, my ass. This is state-sponsored theft. You were mine. Now I'm all that's left.
So good. All right, there's any more new people on here want to hear her new drop song? Drop it like a hot, drop it like a hot. Flyers and students, nice. Yes, it is, Harley.
Sentenced to a system that calls me unfit. For what? Not enough money, not licking their boots. You asked for
Thank you,
me,
Taylor.
not
Encourage her.
living,
She
they
needs
say
the
you
she needs the
don't.
backbone. Let's
Fast
go.
suits, stealing notes I once wrote.
Can you imagine with this whole movement happening that we have a shining star come through it all? Wouldn't that be completely amazingly God done?
Now all I hear is the judge's wrath. You turn
See, Danielle, she's not on. She needs to start doing it.
Give me back what you stole. My heartbeat, my soul, my
I want you to remake this one and make the guitar
just take
more rock, girl.
burn every courtroom till you acknowledge your mistake.
This one we need to redo. You need to redo this one. I love this one, and I love your voice, but the guitar we need it to be more rock. What do you guys think? Am I wrong? Am I right? We're like sitting here analyzing our music. Okay, this is a new one that's just coming out. I got to make a video about this still. That's brand new. Again, we're gonna do it again, but this is Felicia. I don't even think I'm saying your name right, but I love you, girl. We talked on the phone last night.
We're just trying to hold it together, you
Yes,
know.
Harley, we do.
Bills piling up, but the love's really not home. Then they knock on the door, all suits and lies, saying we're unfit, like we're some kind of crime. It's all for the kids, but we see through the game. They snatch them away and shove you the blame. My baby's crying, reaching for my hand, but the system's got them. It's time we take a stand. For protecting, yeah, that's how it goes. Fight for your own and they strip you bare. Terminate rights like it's nothing at all. It's
Good, Taylor. You need some fun in our life. I don't do anything but work, so this is fun for me too.
But it's just control, pointing the finger when they're the more they know what they're doing. Yeah, kid after kid, they keep on moving. I stood up and fought, hired a lawyer, spent it all, told them the truth, but they still let us fall. Said I was aggressive, like defending my kids a sin. Now I'm in court, losing everything I've been. They say it's for safety, but it's all about power, breaking families down, feeling so big when we cower. My partner's broken, staring at empty rooms while these bureaucrats play God.
Yes, Harley, her music
What
makes
if
me
it
want
was
to
your
cry.
kid, huh? Would you just roll over? Watch them get lost in the foster care mess where abuse hides behind best interest.
I guess my partner's saying I would ask
Even
people
if
to
it
donate.
breaks me.
Donate to the cause. Keep us going. Keep us fighting for your rights, fighting for our children, exposing the system. Support. Share this music. Rachel, I have been working on, not this one. This is a new one. Oh, Taylor, cry, girl, cry it out. You're not alone, big girl. There's Band Lab. There's
Watching families crawl, they call it welfare, but it's just control, pointing the finger when they're the more they know what they're doing. Yeah, kid after kid, they keep on moving.
kid after kid, they keep on moving. So good. I'd be crying if it was
So
online.
here's to the parents still standing tall.
We're standing tall.
In this corruption, we're taking the fall. But one day we'll flip it, make them face their own fire. No more punishing love, no more walking the wire. Punished for protecting, but we're not done yet.
Hey, do you guys want to help make the video to post for the song? If you all start commenting, we'll post the video of the song, and this is the drop song. Let's do it. You guys ready to do this? We're going to drop it. So I'm going to replay it, and this is going to be the song that we're going to drop it so you guys can then reuse it on Instagram and TikTok and share it. Let's
We're
do
just
it.
trying to hold it together, you know. Bills piling up, but the love's real in our home. Then they knock on the door, all suits and lies, saying we're unfit, like we're some kind of crime. It's all for the kids, but we see through the game. They snatch them away and shove you the blame. My baby's crying, reaching for my hand, but the system's got them. It's time we take a stand. Oh, we're punished for protecting, yeah, that's how it goes. Fight for your own and they strip you bare. Terminate rights like it's nothing at all. It's a messed up world, watching families to crawl. They call it welfare, but it's just control. Pointing the finger when they're the mole. They know what they're doing. Yeah, kid after kid, they keep on moving. I stood up and fought, hired a lawyer, spent it all. Told them the truth, but they still let us fall. Said I was aggressive, like defending my kids a sin. Now I'm in court, losing everything I've been. They say it's for safety, but it's all about power. Breaking families down, feeling so big when we cower. My partner's broken, staring at empty rooms while these bureaucrats play God in the suits. What if it was your kid, huh? Would you just roll over? Watch him get lost in the foster care mess, where abuse hides behind best interest. I'm not backing down, even if it breaks me. This ain't justice, it's a straight up tragedy. We gotta wake up, shout it from the streets. Cause if we don't fight, our children they'll keep. Oh, we're punished for protecting, yeah, that's how it goes. Fight for your own and they strip you bare. Terminate rights like it's nothing at all. It's a messed up world, watching families to crawl. They call it welfare, but it's just control. Pointing the finger when they're the mole. They know what they're doing. Yeah, kid after kid, they keep on moving. So here's to the parents still standing tall. In this corruption, we're taking the fall. But one day we'll flip it, make them face their own fire. No more punishing love, no more walking the wire. Punished for protecting, but we're not done yet.
I love to pretend I can sing, but I can't. Yay! You guys did awesome! That's a great idea to post some songs and you guys can share your stories and then you can repost it. What a cool, we just made some history there. We just did our first ever, what do we call this? What is this, Cheryl? Help me here.
Oh,
What
look
do we
at
call
you
this?
heroes saving the day, snatching my kids like it's all just
This
a
gives you the
game.
fuel
Call
to
it
keep going, guys.
protection, but it's pure abuse. Locking up
Gracias.
families, what's your
Muchas
excuse?
gracias.
Trauma for breakfast, served with a smile. Judges making their pockets
Alright.
worth a while.
Thank you for
Thanks
hanging
the
around my
stars,
little
they'll
personal
last a
stay with Meg
lifetime while
DJ
you sit back and
time.
your life is a lie. You rip us apart, call
Yes,
it the law,
Danielle.
inflicting our pain and
She has
slamming
no
the
problem.
door.
So if you
Punished
there's
to
a few of
fight
these
and
songs
say
already
I'm
on my
dead, but your
TikTok,
system's
and I
rotten, but
purposely
call
been
it your
doing it.
best.
So I don't know, do you guys know how to do that? That you can just go to my TikToks and Instagram, you can do it already. That, like, for instance, let's see the song I posted of her today. And half the times when I post it, I don't even know words because I just got it. And I'm just like, ah! So look, it already says trending. So if you go, this is the below one. This is the one that's already on Instagram. And you can go do a song with it. All you do is click on the song and you use audio. Okay? This is the one that's already on. Inflicting the pain and slamming the door, punish for fight and say I'm the threat. Yeah, Danielle, it's this girl. This is the amazing singer, people. Wrote it and sang it. I think I scared my chickens today when I was dancing to this. Oh, Harley, no. Yes, Scott. When does she tour? I think we need to blow her up with the family court system. Let's make her go #1. We pick up pieces all on our own. You rip apart, call it the law, inflicting that pain, then slamming the door, punish for fight and say I'm the threat. But your system's rotten, but you call it your best. Oh, what a joke, your welfare charade, leaving kids broken and parents betrayed. Round of applause for your disgusting show, corrupt courts reign. Yes, I'm gonna run for Senate one day. I didn't have the money to go, Heather, either. I think you said that earlier. Yeah, I'm totally broke. That's okay. I know God's gonna make me go one day, and when I go again, it'll be the right time. So, okay, so that song's online already. Unchanged is online. Still Here is already on, so that you guys can remake it. And then what did I do this one? I need to get in the habit of making sure I put the... This is a crying one. We already talked about this. Yeah. Every morning I wake up. Oh, Scott, are you still on? Boys, are you still on? I wanted to show you this woman. How amazing she is. Right. Yeah, we'll go, Heather, again. And when I go, it'll probably just be pushing the bill forward more, you know? So I'm not worried about it. Incorporate a new town. That's a great idea. Let's incorporate a new town. I can do the House of Reps. It's just, and I might start with the House of Reps and then go to the Senate, but I really would like to go to Congress. Yes, Danielle, especially. All right, I'm gonna go chill. I've been on the computer all day making videos. I'm trying to generate some income. So if you are welcome, please donate, guys. If you can't donate, share my stuff, share my information, and please donate to this cause so we can keep going. And we had a great sponsor yesterday that donated some money to us, and we were very thankful for her. And she's the gutter girl that is against domestic violence, and she's working with women on that. So thank you for your impact. There's my Venmo. It's my amazing producer, Cheryl. Thank you for coming on. She's not getting paid for this. I don't get paid for this, but all of this helps us go to keep fighting and keep talking. So please share as much as you can. And thank you for my personal little DJ today. This was fun. Felicia, you have a lot of more work to do, honey. We need some more. I'm just kidding. But do not just give these songs away. You're going to have people pay, okay? Okay. Promise? Girl Scout honor? What's the Cash App? It's right here. Oh, awesome, Danielle. Yes, have them donate. We need more of you guys helping us get donations so we can keep going. struggle with asking for that. But, you know, after seeing these girls, I actually need to get off and call both the girls in jail, but I have to pay to talk to them. So all of this helps, and we're still exposing. So, all right. Talk to you soon. And love you guys. I'm going to go hurry up and post this song, her new one that we're going to drop bomb it. And your guys are all on it. Yes, and add JR. So add JR Bolin that was on today on Facebook so that more people like us can get into and talk about. We need more common people like us to get in office, period. So please go support him, even if it's not in your state. JR Bowling for Senate. I found him easily. Support him. We need more people, more common people to get in and run our government and not these highly spoon-fed rich people that control us. Because we, the people, when the people fear the government, there is tyranny. But when the government fears the people, there is freedom. Okay? Can't get off. Can't get off. No, I'm not going to be there tomorrow. I'm going to be here live, though. You can come watch live, everybody. I'm going to be here. Family court corruption. Always put Stand With Meg on anything, because if any of the people around that's on your case see that Stand With Meg is associated with you, they get a little scared. Trust me. Thank you, Harley. That would be awesome. Yes, I see your comment. Said I was aggressive, like defending my kids a sin. Now I'm in court, losing everything I've been. They say it's for safety, but it's all about power breaking families. My hair was interesting today, what I did to it. Isn't that funny, girls? It's the girl thing now, okay? We're talking. Stand With Meg, yes. And then I'm doing makeup totally different today. What did you think about makeup today? I like to do makeup. I worked really hard on makeup today. I usually just do it in 5 minutes. But today I'm like, I'm going to try to make it look like I have a filter on. I know, I wanted to speak too. That's okay. I will when it gets more in. Thanks, Harley. Nothing at all, it's a messed up world. Watching families crawl, they call it welfare, but it's just control. Pointing the finger when they're the mold. They know what they're doing. Yeah, kid after kid, they keep on. You guys want to see who's singing right now? Because there's new people on. This is the beautiful girl that's singing. Oh, whatever, Harley. Look. That's her singing. Isn't she a pretty girl? Tell her to post more. Look, she's even hiding behind the microphone. Why? Get your face out there. There you go. Look how gorgeous she is. Thanks, Jessica. Here's to the parents still standing tall. In this corruption, we're taking the fall. But one day we'll flip it, make them face their own fire. No more punishing love. No more walking the zoomed in on that. I did not verse with that. But we're not done yet. All right. Happy Sunday. Love y'all. See you later. Let's pray for everyone's safe travels tonight, Lord Jesus. We just pray for everyone that's going to be in DC, Lord God, that you just put protection over them, bless them, Lord God. And then we pray that you open up. We're just trying to hold it together, you know. Bills piling up, but the love's real in our home. Then they knock on the door, all suits and lies saying. And I pray for safety for everyone, Lord Jesus. That's all. They're on their way there, flying in, Lord Jesus, and all the traffic they're going to have to go through. And Lord God, I just put a blessing and the angels over just with everybody. Peace that they can do this and speak up. In the name of Jesus. Don't. You're praying. For protecting, yeah, that's how it goes. Fight for your own and they strip you bare. Terminate right. Yes, God bless everyone. Yes, Danielle, tell her to get her face out. Yeah, I know, I realize the music.
I stood up and fought, hired a lawyer, spent it all. Told them the truth, but they still let us fall. Said I was aggressive.
Thank you for enjoying my DJ. We should do a DJ, guys, like once or twice a week where we just sing and heal and all encourage each other. Do that. Alicia, we need to get you big on TikTok. We should do TikTok in a little bit. Okay? How about you and I get on there and do it? It's healing, isn't it, Taylor? Alright, maybe I'll go on TikTok for a minute and do a little there. Aw. They said hi! Hi, Bubba! Hi, Heather! Hi, Heather's son! How are you? How's your day? You haven't found Mama? I have no idea how old he is. I'm talking to him like a toddler. Sorry. None. There is no attorney unless you find a great attorney that will really stand up for your rights. Technically, usually go out of your county and don't make them not be around the corruption. You gotta have them out of the county to do it, which is hard to find. Oh, good! He's leaving! Oh, he's 9! Hi, Bob! You're 9. Okay, so you're a big man. You're 9? Sorry, you're not a little kid. You're a big boy, right? You're sweet. Yeah, I know, Taylor.
For protecting, but we're not done yet.
Yeah, don't ever stop believing in your mama. Never. Okay? I'll hold you to it. All right, I get off. Love you guys. That was fun. I think we just started something new. Yeah, Taylor. Yeah, I spent over $500,000. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Love ya.